Hi, good morning. I heard about you guys through one of the Boots to Business classes. And they said great things about these groups. So I just wanted to give it a shot and see, what kind of information I can get. You can never know too much.
Well,
Absolutely.
we're glad
Glad
to
you're
hear
here.
it.
Yeah.
And I believe Jeff Lynn may be a name that's not familiar to me right off the top of my head. Jeff, are you with us?
I am, yes. Hello.
So tell us your company name and how you heard about us.
Actually, I'm not sure this is the right group or not. I'm doing a little bit of experimentation. I left my company just recently, and I joined this meetup just to kind of learn about some of the small businesses in the area and see if I should start, what I could start or where I could help.
Awesome.
You're exactly the right place.
Okay.
Exactly. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
Right. I think that covers everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ken.
You're welcome, except for Adam, who's going to introduce himself in a moment.
Yes, exactly. All right, next slide. Very good. So everybody, if you haven't yet, please make sure that you scan that QR code and register for this event. It helps us with the Kauffman Foundation. They recognize our contribution to our community. So if you would, make sure you scan that QR code and register for the events. That would be great. Appreciate it. Next slide, Ken. All right. Well, this doesn't happen without a group of people, of highly paid volunteers. We all work for very high compensation, and that is the opportunity to serve our community. And we've got a organizing team, as you can see at the top there, several people who are on the call, and we also have brand ambassadors who help spread the word about the 1 Million Cups. And we certainly would anybody who's interested in either being an organizer or ambassador, think about it, and you can scan that QR code for more information. So we are thrilled to have everybody here. All right, and so the Kauffman Foundation is both national and local, and as you can see, we are our goal here is to provide an environment for increasing education and helping entrepreneurs both locally and on a national basis. So we are looking forward to the meeting. Next slide. So one of the things to keep in mind as far as our the four key pillars around 1 Million Cups is that we're doing presentations, not pitches. Our other goal here is for authentic connections. I will say that I've had the opportunity to connect, not only to connect with people and really establish relationships with people that have been helpful from a business standpoint. And so we're really looking to foster authentic connections here. We are run for the community and by the community. So again, we are local entrepreneurs helping the community. And the other thing to remember is that we are both radically intentionally inclusive. We work with companies that are that are just a thought in somebody's mind, all the way up to highly established companies. So we are looking to help the range of companies out there. Also, every meeting we have a location sponsor, and we also have a coffee sponsor. And our location sponsor is George Mason Enterprise Center. And is there one of our somebody want to just
Sure, I can jump in and speak.
Appreciate it, Jen. Thank you.
Director Eddie Hill, he is leading Mason Enterprise Center in Fairfax. It is associated with George Mason University. However, any business owner can be a virtual or in-office member there. What's unique about Mason Enterprise Center, they have dedicated mentors for entrepreneurs, that's included. They also have dedicated training space, conference rooms, etc. They also work with ICAP and with SBDC. So if you're really looking to start a business, grow a business, scale a business, they are a great place to begin meeting people and building your community. What I would recommend is this meeting, 1 Million Cups, is hybrid, the first Wednesday of every month. So if you want to explore the Mason Enterprise Center space, join us the first Wednesday in June. You can learn more about it. That's also a virtual day too. But if you're interested in networking in person and checking out the space, please do so. Fantastic organization, and you do not have to be an alumni of George Mason. You just have to be interested in growing your business.
Great. Thank you, Jen. And our coffee sponsor this month is 48 Blocks. And I know Amy Hughes is with us. And so a little marshmallow with your coffee this morning.
Thank you, John. Good morning. I'm Amy Hughes. I own 48 Blocks Fine Candy. Much like 1 Million Cups, we are radically and intentionally different types of candy, not chocolate. So we're focused on marshmallows, fruit pâtés, and caramels, and we're currently accepting summer special event orders as we move into our new space here in Alexandria.
Wonderful. And it is, yeah, all of that candy is delicious. We had the opportunity to sample some of that in our in-person meeting last month, I think it was. All right, we also 1 Million Cups on the Fairfax chapter. We have 2 partners, and so we're partnering with different organizations that are helping entrepreneurs. Donnell Johns was one of the founding organizers here at 1 Million Cups and started Veterans Growing America. And I don't know, is Donnell here today? No. All right. And also we have Fairfax County Economic Development Authority, who we partnered with as well, again, as a resource for entrepreneurs. And we're always looking for, other organizations to partner with as potential organizations that we can help or can provide resources to entrepreneurs. So how our meetings work, for the first, we'll have a presentation it'll last anywhere between 6 to 10 minutes. And after the presentation, we will have the opportunity to ask questions and offer advice. I will ask that from a question standpoint that we keep those questions to one question, and then we can do come back and ask additional questions. But we really want to try to give everybody an opportunity to ask questions and offer advice. The other thing I would ask is that you go to mute once you finish asking your question. And the other thing I'll to remind you is that make use of the chat. Put things in chat, put questions in chat or advice in chat. We'll also be recording this so we can stay focused on the meeting. All right, next slide. The other thing that we ask is that we are a positive group that keep your questions and suggestions in positive framework. Remember, we are here to help. A couple ideas about that on the slide. So this morning we have got Adam Spector, and is it Kaizen Fitness, Adam? Did I get the pronunciation right?
Kaizen.
Kaizen. Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we'll go ahead and get started, Adam. Looking forward to your presentation.
Thank you. So I just officially launched last month. So right now my challenge is, okay, congratulations, I have a business. Now I've got to find people who I can help. And right now my budget is not very high. So I'm trying to keep it cost effective. Next slide. So about me. So overall, of course, the goal is to help people. Essentially, what I'm trying to do long term is create a space that is very focused on people. That means both employees and clients, because I believe a culture that, if you go to a fitness into any gym, a lot of places, a trainer starts his career he or she doesn't really know what she's doing, and then they're thrown headfirst into the fire to try to sell a product that they don't necessarily believe in. And the model I'm trying to build is over the first couple of years, trainers are just being educated and developing their ability to get the best possible result to deliver the best service for their clients. And then if they choose to, they can go more on the business side because I believe that is going to help clients get better results. And we're already seeing examples of this in the fitness industry that I'll go into later. So I got the name because I was reading a book by Charles Poliquin. He's one of the best strength coaches to ever walk the earth. He produced gold medalists in, I think he produced 20. I can't remember the exact number. But there was a section in this book on the Kaizen principle, which essentially is there should be small improvements every single time. So if I'm tracking what you're doing in the gym or how your body comp is going or anything, I should be able to see small improvements every single time. And if not, then we need to troubleshoot something. Next slide. So I filed for an LLC last year. So when is it officially opened? I started taking people in April. It's going to be a slow build up as most businesses are. Um, so currently I have two people on trial. I have another one coming at the end of the month who's probably going to buy because he's looking for a new trainer. And then I have two referrals that I have to get in touch with. So things are moving. The place I currently operate out of is a facility called Optimum Sport and Fitness. It is located in Chantilly. I'll throw the address in chat. So it's over by Dulles Airport-ish. So that's where I'm currently located now until I have a big enough client base to fund a facility while still being profitable. Next slide. So how we generate revenue. So I do nutrition coaching for people. Essentially, I try to keep things as simple as possible because not everyone's a bodybuilder who has to go into super specifics. The simpler I can make it, the more appropriate it is for any client, the easier it is going to be for said client to follow and get results. Because how many people in this room have tried a diet plan and doesn't necessarily work out? I bet half of this room has.
Yeah.
And the reason why we do small group personal training sessions is because from a mastermind that I am a part of with different fitness entrepreneurs across the country, I know that small group personal training tends to scale the best for the model I'm trying to build. And also it allows me to still give people individualized attention without having to distribute between groups of like 20. Next slide. I'll go into that more later. So we make um improving physical health simple. I'm a huge believer in the KISS principle. The simpler I can make a plan, the easier it's going to be to follow and the faster we can get results. And then on the other end, it's consistency and quality and me going out of my way and whatever culture and environment I create in the future where I have a team that is going to go out of their way to make sure that the clients get the best results possible and to make sure that my future staff is getting the best education possible because I believe that's a cycle that will lead to prosperity and actual sustainable careers. Because a lot of these coaches who get thrown into the fitness industry, not knowing what they're doing, then they're not sure how to sell themselves. And then what happens is they don't make a lot of money and then they burn out and they're in and out of the fitness industry within a year. Not always the case, but it happens pretty often. Next slide. So the target audience is people 35 plus. Why do I focus mostly on 35 plus year olds? Because 35 plus year olds tend to be more stable financially. Also, people who are like in their 20s tend to either already be consistent, need my services less, and also 20 year olds. We think we're know-it-alls if we're going into the gym consistently. And if you're in the gym consistently at 20, you probably don't need me unless you like injure yourself or something. So it's adults. I work mostly with health people who want to lose fat, gain muscle, people who want to improve their physical attributes, or just want to stay healthy long term. And that's what I've seen as very popular around this area. Um, as far as the way I'm going about marketing right now, right now I have my network of people, and I'm checking and I'm reconnecting with people, checking the interest, building relationships, seeing if there's any value I can provide, or if they know anyone who has value that I can provide. Eventually, I am slowly building up an email marketing campaign where I try to provide resources that are valuable to people and then make more people aware of my business. I have so I have currently shot a month of content for Instagram. I just need to start automating that to upload. Going to networking is another way I'm currently raising awareness. And with the fitness industry, one of the biggest marketing channels long term ends up being referral and word of mouth. There's also Google, Nextdoor and Google listings. I currently don't have that set up yet. Potential places that I can go with hair salons are apparently I've heard are good. You work with someone and they have a consistent base of people who they see um any any employer is a good partner for me. Physical therapy clinics, chiropractors, not that's kind of an easy connection to make. Orthopedic surgeons, a lot of people who get hip replacements, for example, sometimes the docs won't operate on them until they've lost a certain amount of weight if they're obese. Medical practices, cleaning companies tend to reach people who are. If you have a cleaning company, you tend to be better off and value your time, which makes my service more likely to be valuable to you. Next slide. So, what drives us? What drives me? My time in the fitness industry, I haven't always necessarily seen simplicity with game plans because a lot of people will go to the gym or try to do something, and we are in the disinformation age now. What that means is there is so much information out there that people don't know what to trust or what is actually effective. So my mission is to make that simpler and help people cut through all the noise and get to what actually works based on science or based on principles and methods used by people in the industry who are top notch as far as the results they get to people. Because those are the only. It's an industry where you essentially trace a circle. You find what works by science, and you find what the best people in the industry are doing, and then you take what works for you, and then you apply that to how you run with your clients. So excellence is always a thing. More and more businesses that are kind of like what I'm trying to build, where it's excellence focused are popping up. Fitness Together or Ultimate Performance. A lot of them are one-on-ones like UP chart, like Ultimate Performance is probably one of the best body composition gyms in the world, if not the best, and they're international, which you don't see, which is not very seen now, but they're very high end with their prices, as you can see on the slide. 175, I believe, is what I was told they charge hourly. Um, and as I said earlier, there's a mastermind that I am in, and from that, I found that small groups gets the best balance of attention to clients and also long-term financial profitability and scalability as far as the model goes. Next slide. So possible competitors. There's Lifetime. Lifetime. They have all kinds of equipment. Fitness Together. They do well. Gold's Gym, One Life. They're not as expensive as Lifetime, but in box gyms, the quality of trainers is sometimes kind of a crapshoot depending on how the education system and longevity of a trainer in that environment is. Next slide. So how can we expand business, strategic partnership, co-opetition, there are some personal training brands that do in-home training, so they might not be the best fit for me, or high school athletes are not necessarily the best fit for me. Just connecting with people, providing a good service so that clients stay with me and then they refer more people, and also finding other companies that I can essentially co-market with is huge. Next slide. And that's it.
All right. Very good. Excellent presentation, Adam. Certainly gave us some insight into what you're looking to do. And we have got our moderator today. Is that Jen or Melinda?
That's funny. I was thinking it was John Rudenberg, but I'm happy to moderate.
Definitely.
John Foster, you did a
Not me. I
fantastic
think it was,
job.
yeah, Mr. Foster. Round of applause.
You can come back again next week, John Foster.
You'll let
No,
me?
absolutely.
We haven't
MC
finished yet.
Yeah, he's
That's
got
true.
the end to go. But I
That's true.
do pay attention to John Norse's chat.
Oh,
Just
yes.
to, please do know he's still in his evaluation period.
Yeah, and we do take John Norris's feedback very seriously.
Oh, yes.
Very serious.
So again, visitors, welcome. We're thrilled to have you here. Just as a reminder, now is a great time to share insights, ask clarifying questions. Please put your ideas and thoughts in chat. Adam, what we want to make sure we do is we'll have short commentary, not only from our guests, but also if you need to answer, just keep it short and concise. We will get you all of the chat and the video recording, so don't stress about taking notes or anything like that. And to kick us off in a brilliant way, it's not just James Lawson, it's Coach James Lawson. Welcome. Please unmute and ask Adam your question and kick us off.
Morning, Adam. Nice presentation. Thank you. So just clarify if you can for me. I know you're brand new, right? I mean, you just basically started the business last month. If I became a client of you tomorrow, how would you be delivering your services?
Oh, the first thing I would ask you. So the first thing I would ask is to get an overview of what your eating habits and daily routine look like. And the reason I would do that is, well, first off, I would figure out what your goals are and why. That's actually the first thing I would like to know, because if I know that, that allows me to better help you. The second thing I want to know is what your habits are as far as eating, because if your body composition, for example, fat loss is going to happen in the kitchen a lot more than it is going to happen in the gym. So then I'm going to give you the pillars by which I operate by. And that is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate all sugary beverages or any calorie containing beverages from your diet, because that's an easy win. I'm also going to make sure that you're getting a lean protein and vegetable with every single meal. Why a lean protein? Because the way our bodies were originally meant, like back in the day, we were hunter gatherer, and a lot of people, their approach is to increase their activity and cut their calories, which is great and all. But once your body loses muscle mass, what tends to happen is you go into that survival mode, like you're trying to find food. So your body will eventually lower its metabolism to adapt to what it's been doing. And then sometimes you'll see people who initially lost weight, they'll either plateau or they'll go back up and get frustrated. So I'll do that, then I'll assess you through every single movement possible. And that same kind of assessment that we get is going to be your first month's routine, just all the basic movement patterns.
Okay. So
that answer your question? That was a long answer.
Right. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to shorten it a little bit. Sorry. So nutrition first, right? Had another nutrition side. How does the fitness side operate? Because right now you said you're working at optimum. I'm just trying to get a sense of where you are in terms of ability to deliver and what that looks like. So the fitness side, how does that happen real quick?
So I'm going to take you through all the essential movement patterns: squat, hinge, push, pull. And what that's going to reveal to me is that's going to reveal to me any compensations that your body has as far as it moves. And then I can investigate further, and that'll kind of help me figure out what your body needs. then from knowing what your goals, I can figure out a plan to get you from where you are to where you need to be.
Right.
So
Does
I'm
this
gonna
all?
jump in. So
Yeah,
James,
go on.
just to clarify,
Go.
are you asking about location? So
Yeah,
would
I'm
he
trying
have
to
you
figure out, like,
come
do I need
to?
to go?
Okay.
Yeah, do I need to go to Optimum Gym to do this, or is this something you're going to do over Zoom? Like, how is this working?
So right now I'm focused primarily in person.
Okay.
So I'm doing most at Optimum because that's going to be, oh, sorry, I typed that privately. That's going to be the easiest for me to scale at this time. Because if I have clients all over the DMV right now, then I'm going to be driving a lot, and that's not going to be very easy to scale appropriately.
That's fine. So it's not it's not Kaizen Transformations building. It's a different gym.
Correct.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just trying to clarify, buddy. That's okay.
I'm new, keeping the budget low.
Right.
Thank you,
Understood.
James. John Foster can't get enough of talking. So John Foster, what's our next question?
So my next question, so James, not James, Adam.
Yes.
James, going on for so long. Adam, I appreciate your presentation and particularly your stress, your first question about nutrition. Probably for obvious reasons. That's I'm all about nutrition as well. And this goes back to, I think, where kind of James was going as far as the business goes. Are you using any particular software around this to help from or I'll say organization and delivery, with clients? Because
So
I know there's
I'm
fitness
using
software and stuff out there.
so right now I currently do the scheduling and the workout routine through Trainerize. So essentially there's an app that I can that I can put the workout together for you, and during the workout or when you're on your own, you can go in and you can also enter the numbers that you're doing. That way we can track everything.
Okay.
So how it works is I send you is you download it, I send you an invite, and then we get you set up.
Got it. Great.
Great question. Thank you, John Foster. Emmanuel, please go ahead.
Good morning, Adam. Thank you. Good presentation. I was wondering, do you do any kind of group, outside your gym, trips, kind of workout programs?
It's not something that I have done currently, but it is something I'd be open to doing. What would this essentially look like? I'm interested.
Well,
Or if you go into a
it
little
could
more
look like
details
a
how
lot
that
of
works.
different. It could look like a lot of different things. Just a company, uh, team building, exercises. It could be close by. It could be in destinations. Just for extended period of time, a week or 2 weeks. There are some yoga classes that are given to in this area. They take them to different locations in the Caribbean, in here in the United States. So something like that would be fun and exciting.
That's a great
That's
idea,
something that I could
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
that's something that I would definitely be open to exploring. I don't know if that would be very financially stable for where I'm at right now, if I'm like going to the Caribbean right now, but it's something that I'm open to.
Emmanuel put his contact info in chat, and he's our travel concierge, so he can talk with you more outside of this meeting about what that might look like. But great suggestion. Reggie Holmes, glad to see you this morning.
Good morning. Good to be here, Adam. Thanks for your presentation. I was wondering what plan you have in place to essentially get referrals from the people that you are working with right now. I think that's going to be the best way to sort of multiply and amplify your efforts to get more people in the pipeline, or at least get your offering in front of them. So I was just wondering what you're doing while you're working with the people that you are working with now, how you're gonna essentially use them to get in front of other people like them.
So during the onboarding process, part of it is I ask if I deliver a great result to you, is there anyone else who could possibly use my services? And then there's on top of that, for anyone who refers me a new client and they sign up, what I do is I offer a discount on the charges for the next month.
Reggie, any follow-up questions, or is you good? Are you good?
Yeah, no, I think that's good. I just wanted to say that you should be doing that if you weren't doing that. But it sounds like you have that have that in place. I think asking at the beginning is great. Asking in the middle and then at the end as well. So yeah, I think that'll be successful for you and best of luck.
Thank you. There is something I'm looking into that I want to accomplish that I just haven't found the people to do it yet. What I would like to do is when people like sign up, I would like to be able to like give a thank you goodie bag, and in this thank you goodie bag, like I would like something where like I have something that is from a physical therapy clinic near me, something that's from a chiropractic office, like a free assessment or whatever, and then vice versa, some way where me and a bunch of other businesses who are around the area can provide more value to our clients, but also simultaneously open the door to an indirect kind of referral. That's something that's been suggested to me.
It's a great suggestion. Adam, you can also talk with Amy Hughes. She has healthy energy marshmallow type goodies. Marat, next up, not that I have that top of mind or anything.
Okay, that sounds like a great idea.
Marat, if you have a question, go ahead and ask. That'd be
Yes,
awesome.
actually, my advice and my opinion, I should say, location matters. So if you are close to Dallas Airport, you probably did some research on the demographics in the area. But if you go towards Tyson, maybe around those high-rise buildings, I think you will have $100, goes a different, people can spend more money probably, depending on their income. So you can maybe contact those apartment buildings, and I don't know if their gyms are busy, but you can contact people over there. And the other thing I can say, I joined a group called Team in Training, and it was a non-profit organization. We raised money for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and a group trained us to do triathlons. This was a long time ago. So every meeting there was one guest speaker. One was about nutrition, the other one was about selecting a bike, the other one was about selecting shoes or exercise or stretching. So every time they gave us information about some part of our training, and also, this basically created a easy way of accessing to new clientele. I don't know, like Team in Training was a very good program. I don't know if it exists in this area, but you can speak in these groups, and that will help you to make connections probably.
Marat, that's a fantastic suggestion. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Adam, I had a quick question. Do you know when you're going to launch your website? That's a
The goal
stumper.
is to have it out by the goal is to have it out by August. I have the domain. I just haven't blocked out time to work on it yet. And honestly, I might just grow to a certain point and then refer out to someone who's faster with that than me, because I looked at Elementor, and while I've used it, it was a lot for me right now.
Okay. I think we can probably help offline and give you some folks to reach out to. We have people in our 1MillionCups network. Coach James Lawson, are you back again?
I am. I can't help myself. I'm sorry.
I know. That's okay. That's why we love it.
Yeah. So Jen, thanks for it, because you actually covered one of the things I want to talk about. This was like your online. Like I can't find anything about Kaizen. There's nothing online about you guys, right? Other than something about Optimum and whatever. So your question is how to build a lead generation pipeline and clients. First and foremost, you got to have a place to send them, dude. I don't care what is going on, but you need to be able to have, even if it's a single page landing page that describes the client, describes the problem that you solve, and describes the anxiety and angst that they're going through. Right? Because without that, it really doesn't mean anything to talk about transformation or talk about nutrition. I understand nutrition and in terms of I know what it can do for me, but I still don't do it well, right? So it's one of these things that a lead pipeline has to start with. Someone's going to figure out what is this guy about and what is it that he's going to do for me, and there's nothing there. So you're going to make it really hard for yourself if you're doing this all word of mouth and trying to explain it. So I would suggest you first step is whatever else is going on in your world, your priority is get your online presence done. And that presence, have your model there. Here's the 4 pillars that we work through. Here's what we do. Here's the people we help. Right? So you've got your ideal client. At the beginning, we saw that, but it was all very like demographics. I want to know like what is the angst that they're dealing with that will, and the level of pain they're going through that would make them want to come to you and get your services. So that's just it. I mean, you're in a mastermind, Adam, correct? Did I hear that? You're part of a mastermind group?
Yeah,
Right.
Yep. And they do, and they have stuff in place for me to use. I just need to set it up.
So I'm sure this whole group knows Alex Hormozy, right? I'm sure everybody knows Alex. And if you don't, you should. Right? If you haven't bought the book, go get the book. Right? Get the book. The I don't care what the industry is, the roadmap's already there for you to follow. But right now, I would say your best thing to do is just get your online thing done. I wouldn't worry about Instagram. I wouldn't worry about getting that stuff done right now. You need a place to send people. Sorry, brother. That's kind of my feeling on
the
it.
feedback.
Otherwise, James Lawson would be so healthy if you just had a website. Like
I would. I'd be super
you're cracking
happy.
on this, for goodness sakes, Adam.
Instead of being a fat pig.
Goodness.
Thanks, Jen. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. What are friends for? Amy Hughes, I see you have your hand raised.
I do have my hand up. Thanks, Adam, for the presentation. I'm in a similar time frame as you are as far as the business build, as I'm moving from one place to another. I had a business for 8 years and now I'm coming to Fairfax County with it. I wanted to sort of explore a little more on the idea of co-opetition, because it's something that we've used a lot with the previous business for additional work. So making candy is probably the exact diametric opposite of what you're doing with nutrition and fitness, but we've had the opportunity to really gain traction with other candy makers who either have a need for our products for their own use or referring customers to us because what we're doing is either a little more niche and they don't do it, or because of the work that they already have in the pipeline, whether it's special events or whether it's gifting or just different reasons, maybe they don't make marshmallows, but they know that we do. So those referrals have been really helpful as we built the original brand and now building the new brand. And so that's something that I think is a great opportunity, and it's free. And also to build on Murat's idea with Team in Training. My husband was a coach with Team in Training, and it's a great organization. They are not natural athletes. Most of the folks that are involved, they're raising money for the nonprofit. And I think if you could find a link in there, it would be great. I put my contact information in the chat. If you want to reach out, I can have Jack connect you to the folks that are involved there. They are not as large here as they used to be, but they do still have a presence, particularly around the Marine Corps Marathon. And I'll go back on mute.
Thank you. That was perfect. And just a reminder, we have a few minutes left. I know we've got 6 questions out there, so let's keep these short and concise. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Ken. Ken, can you short, concise? I know you can do it.
It's definitely a challenge for me. I have essentially 2 questions that are short and concise. The first is, have you developed a formal business plan? And second is, how many clients do you need in the next 90 days in order to fulfill your plan? And the reason that I ask that question is because that's going to drive your activity in client acquisition for the next 90 days. But in the absence of a business plan with a clear indication of how many clients you need, you'll be floundering about without direction and focus.
Gotcha. All right. So give me 1 second. 60 times. So I need 4. to
I'm
be
sorry,
in-
Evan, we lost you.
And your question broke the internet.
My internet is coming out.
So Adam, we heard you say 4, but then it paused. So we didn't know if that was 440, 400.
You're back, Adam.
Yeah,
My
go back.
Can you
You're
guys
good.
hear me? My
Yep.
cell is being weird.
You're good. So how many clients are you trying? You said 4 to break even, 12 to be sustainable. Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
So
I'm going to move through.
That's total. That's it. You hit 12, you're good to go.
I hit 12 and I'm doing well. Yeah.
Cool.
Right now I'm
Easy.
I'm very low cost.
If only you had 12 people on the
So-
Zoom call who wanted to work out. It's a possibility. You never know. Could have all your people right here. John
Yeah.
Foster, let's
Yep.
keep this going.
Yep, very good. As Jen, you'll know what I'm going to say. LinkedIn, Adam. Just 2 things on LinkedIn. I did look into Kaizen Fitness. There is a company in London, so just to be aware of that. And also, just from an exposure standpoint, you're going to get a fair amount of leverage on LinkedIn, and you're talking about building a network. And to James's point, you need that online presence. So your personal page and company page is I think, going to be have an impact on what it is you're looking to do to build a pipeline and find clients.
Thank you, John Foster. I had no idea you were going to say LinkedIn. You blow my mind all the time. John Rudenberg.
I'm just in awe of Jen Dalton, as I always am, because not only is she on point, she's hilarious. Having said that, where are you, Adam? You have to narrow yes, sir, I see you. Now I'm looking at you. You have to narrow your focus to answer your challenge question. So your ideal client is much more narrow than what you wrote on the earlier slide. And it's geographic, so it's Chantilly centric. Also, let's say there are 5,000 residential units within 2 miles of that gym. Okay, within that 5,000 units, there are probably 500 that meet your profile. Just making up the numbers, but that's how narrow you have to get, because you told us and stressed you have limited budget. So I agree. First, get your online presence. And by the way, you're an entrepreneur. You can get it done way before August, the website. Get a 2-pager up there or a 1-pager up there in the next couple of weeks. Okay. So the other thing is your referral base. You mentioned a couple of different industries that are very relevant to you, with whom you could do cooperative marketing. One laminated thing that described 5 or 6 different services, if you will. I'll let everyone else speak. Don't answer
Yeah.
me. Just
Jeff Lynn, you've been patiently waiting. You want to jump in with your question?
Yeah, actually, it's a good segue because I was on the same theme that John was on. And Adam, thanks for the presentation. Looks good. It was around, I guess, twofold. I like the name Kaizen. I come from the manufacturing background, so it's that continuous improvement. That kind of thing kind of resonates. My question is, is a couple of things. One, is your intent to have a customer for life, or to have a customer for a certain period of time to meet their goals and then send them away with good habits? I think there's some delineation there. And then on the process of Kaizen, I think there are well-established things around a process. Are you segmenting, or are you able to give, to John's point, to be able to get down to that 500 or 100, whatever that client is, to at least send a message that say, this is a continuous improvement around losing weight. This is a process around gaining strength. This is a process around, whatever those, maybe getting better with your wind, whatever that goal is. It's usually kind of singular like that to get down to a focus. And also to have somebody focus on what they're trying to achieve too, because if they're trying to do all three or four of those things, probably not going to be successful.
My first answer is all of those things are going to be determined by the client's needs or goals. Some people are going to are going to want me for life. Some people are going to want me to work with them for 3 months, get them the result that they want, get independent and get out. So that all depends on the specific person, what their goals and needs are. Second, to narrow it down, I've been told 5 mile radius. Focus on people who are working corporate jobs or are executives.
Fantastic, Adam. Thank you. Emmanuel, I'm going to come back to you in 1 second. I just want to have John Norris go and go. He's been quiet all meeting.
Hey, Adam, congrats on your journey. I actually started a gym 17 years ago, and the woman who I started with was the trainer, and our niche was athletes between 10 and 18 years old because there was a niche in the market. And as a result of that, we actually would get the parents to come in, and we grew the business. We marketed through coaches, and we're looking for those athletes. But the point I was going to make is, and it's still in business today, the point I was going to make is there was a defined clientele. We had a specific profile of the athlete or the client that we wanted. And again, like we have a physical space, so we were restricted somewhat by geography. And my point is I'm just wondering, who is your specific client, and then how can you work backwards from that? I mean, is it the kind of thing where you want to go to, say, there's a lot of these new, or a few handful of these assisted living communities for seniors, and then independent living? I mean, does it make sense to go there and market as whether you go into their facility and provide counseling and direction, or they come to yours? Like, there's a lot of ways. If you know who your client is, you're going to be a whole lot more successful.
Okay. You want me to say more specifics, or?
Well, I do think if you're considering traveling to where people are, that'd be an important thing to clarify and communicate if you decide to do that.
Yeah. Thank you. I
People value
appreciate the
time
feedback.
here, so that's an important message.
Yeah.
But
Tom,
just on
did you
that
have
note,
anything?
Jen, like, if you're going to
Yeah.
work with executives, do you contact HR people? Do you contact health insurance brokers that provide wellness benefits potentially to large organizations? Do you contact business coaches who are working one-on-one with those high level executives? I mean, there's multiple paths to find your user that aren't expensive, but you have to have a clearer definition of who those are.
All right, last two questions. Tom, and then Emmanuel, I'll have you wrap us up.
Yeah, thanks, Jen. Adam, it's great to see that you're going out there and venturing out and working to expand this business. I think two recommendations I have are basically, like John was mentioning, and a few others, narrow to focus. You have a long list of potential partners of different varieties and different industries. Pick one or two and go deep with them. Right? Don't spread, because you have a very thin budget for marketing in trying to reach out and build an outreach campaign. So really focus on the ones that look like the best bang for the buck, in terms of local presence, the number of potential candidates underneath those channels. Do some market analysis on your own to figure out which ones are the best offerings and the most likely conversions to new accounts. And then the second thing is, with like as an example, I would, since you're starting out with some new clients now, maybe build an offering where you have a case study that you're gonna put together. Be open and communicative with your candidate right now that's signed up. Maybe offer them some kind of program discount, but you can always mask the name. You can always kind of just put it into a more generic thing, but that way you have something realistic that'll show the going in and then the exit or the continuation, right? By reaching the milestone in the improvements and different things. Because without those kind of metrics to present to a customer, a lot of them will be just wondering, really, is it going to get me anywhere as they're going into the program?
Thank you, Tom.
Sure.
And Adam, it sounds like your trainer eyes can do some of that, but that's great feedback from Tom on how do you stay top of mind. Emmanuel, I'm going to have you ask the last question, and then John Foster, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
I think your location is an advantage. That the fact that you're close to the airport is an advantage because you have a lot of short-term visitors to DC, and especially to the area. We have conventions there, and we also have the museum there, the Adverhazy. So that is also something that you can focus on. Try to get attention to some of the people that organize some of the events that happen there. So I think John said earlier, if you can get some kind of a flyer and start establishing relationship with the hotels would be great. Just a suggestion.
I love how everybody's feedback has been unique and based on their experience and expertise. Thank you, Emmanuel, for wrapping us up with that question. Next slide, and John.
Great. Yes. Here we go. That final question, Adam, for you that we ask at every meeting. And you know what? I've got John Rutenberg. You
want me to ask this question?
Ask this question, John.
I think you thought I was nodding off.
Just want to make sure you weren't.
Hey, Adam, in addition to the different suggestions and questions, first, congratulations, man, for listening to us, and thank you so much for participating in 1 Million Cups. So in addition to everything else, what else can our 1 Million Cups community help you with today?
I've gotten a lot of great ideas. Of course, we only have so much time during the day, so I've got to fit. So it's a matter of which ones do I go after first? Because if I try to spread my focus on 5 different areas, I know from experience that things go sideways. So the website one, I'm definitely gonna need a hand with. As far as lead magnets and free trials, I've already got that one in the bag. If there's any suggestions for specific companies that anyone's well connected with around the Chantilly area that I should partner with, that would be fantastic. And then the rest I'm going to have to process and come back next week and say.
Good. Well, thank you very much.
And I love the response, Adam, that you have to come back next week. Love to have you back. And so that brings us up to next week. We are always looking for presenters. I know we've got a couple in the pipeline, but right now we are still looking, I think, for next week. So that could be you. And I got to stress for anybody that's new here, one of the things that we've done is really made that process easy from a presentation standpoint. You can literally go in, answer some questions. Slides are generated for you, and we'll have somebody working with you as well. So please definitely consider that for next week. Anybody here who's interested in getting the feedback, as you've heard in the meeting this morning. So we will take that under advisement. Also, we're also looking for organizers. There's opportunity here for anybody that is looking to, develop your skills, look for additional experience. Being an organizer, we meet at on Mondays for a half hour. From an organizational standpoint, there are a lot of tools and stuff that we've got from an organizer standpoint. So it does, and you can see there are a number of benefits for being an organizer. You really get a lot more out of being an organizer, and you just get a lot out of it. So take advantage of that. As you can see, if you're interested, plug in chat. I'd like to help. Thank you, Ken. Upcoming events. We've got on May 17th, that is this Friday. We've got the BL Networking Business Expo. You've got an events link there. The Reston Chamber of Commerce on the 28th. Be great to see a bunch of you come to the Fogo de Chao networking events. And then we've also, as we saw earlier, Veterans Growing America. They've got something going on. I believe it's every. You see their schedule there, but something going on every week. So again, that is how we support, the entrepreneurs, and we're looking to help support every entrepreneur we can. Also, once again, down in the lower right-hand corner, you see the QR code. Take advantage of the QR code. And there we go. And here's our presenter schedule. As you can see, we've got 2 openings left in May. We'd love to have somebody fill those spots. And then on June 5th, we have our hybrid meeting, the first Wednesday of every month at the down in Fairfax. Then scan, again, we have that QR code, so take advantage of it. And then this QR code, this last QR code, this is great because it's got every link you could possibly want. Take a look at past presenters, register for Zoom, apply to present, and also give you access to all the social media platforms. And I think that does it. We've got, we've got about a minute left, but stick around. It's always great to network and connect.